Hi guys, I want to talk about the Let's Play timetable. For quite some time now my timetable has been 6 episodes per week, 2 games. That's every other day except Monday I will post a Let's Play of some game. Last week I only posted 4 videos and it was only 1 game. And you might have thought, well, that's probably because you were so busy doing all of the first impression videos and the modding videos, and I suppose that's semi-true, but mostly not. That's more of a cover for the real reason, and I thought I should tell you the real reason because it's actually pretty important. The real reason there was no other game in last week's rotation is I haven't started another game because I don't want to. Oh my god, I hear you cry, you don't want to play Hellblade? Actually, I really do want to play Hellblade. I really like the look of that game, but I want to finish Prey first. I don't want to start another new game, a blind playthrough, whilst the Prey playthrough is ongoing. And I think I'm almost finished with the Prey playthrough, so it's at its really intense point where I want to know what happens, and so every time I get some time to play, that is what I want to play. And honestly, if I start another game now, my heart is not going to be in it. And in some ways that sounds and is selfish. I'm putting my own desires above the expectations of my viewers, and your expectations are important to me. I do want to meet the timetable that you expect. I do want you to obviously enjoy your time on my channel and look forward to seeing the videos. But in this case, I honestly think this is for the best all round. And I want to explain it, but I have to go back a little bit and tell you how I do my Let's Plays. I think the natural assumption is that you just play a game one day, edit the video and upload it the next or the very same evening, something like that. So every day you sit down, you play something for an hour and a half, 2 hours, you then edit all of the footage together, make it a bit more interesting, add all your titles and so on, and then you release it. And indeed that's how I used to do it. But that is actually very inefficient. If you talk to a lot of content creators, they will tell you you actually waste a lot of time transitioning between tasks. So recording, when you switch from recording to editing, there is some overhead and it can be quite noticeable. Sort of like 15 and 20 minutes per episode is then wasted. In fact, it's probably more. I mean, especially in my old setup, because I actually would move things around in the room when recording, and then as soon as I finished and was going to edit, I had to move it all back, open all the windows, get some air in the room, and so on. So, the most efficient way to do this sort of thing, if you're producing a lot of videos, is to do all of the recording in one session, and then all of the editing in another. And so what I was doing was, on Monday I would play 1 game, and I would record pretty much for the entire day, 6 or 7 hours. And that would give me enough footage for 3 episodes. I would then do Tuesday, I would do the next game and the same thing. So recently it was Beyond Skyrim Bruma on Monday. Then I would do Prey on Tuesday. Wednesday I would then edit all of the footage from the previous 2 days. Possibly Thursday I would do a little more, and I would do all of the other videos on Thursday, Friday, and perhaps Sunday. This is actually a lot more efficient. I managed to get the 6 episodes worth of material done a lot easier. But it does have a major drawback, and that is it's a week between each play session if you think about it. I would play Beyond Skyrim Bruma on Monday, and then I wouldn't play it again for an entire week. The same is true with Prey. I would play it and then a week later would come back and carry on. Now for the Bruma playthrough it wasn't too big a problem because of course Skyrim's just second nature to me. But I would still have to go through the quest logs, remind myself what the hell I was doing, perhaps even watch the last 5 minutes of the last video and get back in the frame of things. For a blind Let's Play, it actually takes a lot more. You've got to really go through, remind yourself of all of the things, perhaps even spend 5 or 10 minutes just reacquainting yourself with the controls and trying to forget all of the things that you did yesterday in Skyrim. And let's face it, that is a totally unnatural way to play a game. I would normally, if I was playing for myself, just play a couple of hours a day, every day, until I'd finish the game. And for a blind Let's Play, it turns out that's really what I actually want to do. I have been playing Prey a lot. As I said, I've pretty much finished it now. I think I'm maybe 1 or 2 episodes away from the end. I can feel the end. I've looked at the footage and I think I've got about 50 plus episodes so far. And I really want to finish it. And I don't want to start a new game until I've finished it. And if I do start something like Hellblade now, my heart will not be in it because I want to see the end of Prey. I want to know what's going on. And that would be unfair to Hellblade because I really want to play Hellblade as well. And I realise I actually want to do the same thing with Hellblade. So in the end, I think for a blind Let's Play, it's actually a lot more efficient for me to just start the game and then play it en masse, do a sort of a marathon couple of weeks, get as much footage as possible, finish the game, and then do the editing later on, which is kind of what I'm doing. I finished Beyond Skyrim Bruma several weeks ago actually, and I was already about 2 weeks ahead with Prey. Since then, all I've done is play Prey, and I really feel like I've connected with the game a lot more since I did that. So I'm actually having a better experience, and that probably means I'll make better videos. God knows if that's true, because somebody has told me the comments on the Prey videos are pretty damn toxic and I want to avoid them even once I've finished, which I might do. But yeah, so I honestly think this is the right thing to do. Now, I think this is only something for blind Let's Plays, and specifically Let's Plays that are of games that are pretty long, you know, like 40 to 60 hour games that have interesting stories, that sort of thing. If it's a 4 or 5 hour horror Let's Play, believe it or not, I do that automatically anyway. They're so short, you generally finish them in 1 or 2 sessions. So this is really more focused at games like Prey, perhaps games like Hellblade, not massive games like The Witcher, and certainly not games that I've played before. So if it's not a blind Let's Play, but something like Fallout, I can pretty much play that 3 times a week, and there's not too big a problem. I think in general this will mean I can actually make more footage in the same amount of time and stay ahead, so that when I have other things crop up, I've got more of a backlog of video that I can use to produce episodes, and so it'll be a lot more of a consistent timetable. However, the downside is right now that means I'm only playing 1 game and I only have 1 game of footage. If it weren't for the fact that I'm just right on the cusp of ending this game, I'd probably say, alright, I need to get something else started. I should do it today. But because I'm close to finishing it, I think I'm going to indulge myself. I'm going to finish this game and hopefully start Hellblade either tomorrow or the day after, and then you should see episodes begin to come in at the end of the week. I do realise that is a fairly long period, a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks, where there was only 1 game rather than 2. That's the initial downside. Obviously, once I've got into this, I should have a fairly large backlog. As I said, I've got, I don't know, what episode have I posted? About episode 18 or something I've posted now in Prey. And I think I've got something like 52 episodes. I was up to about episode 24 or 25 when I finished Bruma, and now I've got a hell of a lot more episodes. If I can get like that with Hellblade, if I can start Hellblade this week and then get a week or 2 ahead and then just keep extending that, I will have videos for 2 Let's Plays pretty much without any problem, and then occasionally I might even be able to throw in a quick short horror Let's Play without it really causing me any problems. Plus I can also focus on periods like this where I get a lot of extra work, like first impression videos, or the modding community releases MCM and SKSE64 in the same week, and I can pretty much just focus on those and it doesn't affect my Let's Plays. So even though this is slightly selfish, I do realise that I actually think it's better for my channel. More importantly, for me, the idea of starting another game right now, a blind let's play of something I really want to play before I finished the existing blind let's play, just feels wrong. And I think most of you can probably understand that. If you were about to finish a game like Prey, you'd probably finish it before you started a new game. Now again, I appreciate it. I'm a content creator. I have obligations. I know that I'm letting some people down here, and I'm not unaware of it, and I'm not belittling it. I'm just asking you to bear with me. I do have a plan. It may not work. It may turn out to be the wrong plan. I know for the blind let's plays I don't read the comments. Actually, now I'm saying that, it could work out for the blind let's plays with the comments as well. It will mean I'll get ahead a lot sooner and can then re-engage with the comments, and hopefully they won't be too bad, at an earlier stage. So, you know, maybe I'll start posting the videos, and maybe by episode 10 I can actually start reading the comments without fear of spoilers. So it could work. Anyway, I realise I sound like I'm making excuses, and in some way I am. I accept that. I do hope you understand. I really am going to start Hellblade, and I've got so many other things planned. I've got a lot of things I want to do. I'm not just giving up on Let's Plays. This brief period of one game is just because I'm transitioning to a slightly new way of doing things. If it works, it could be great. If it doesn't, I'll go back to the old way, and we should have normality returned fairly soon. So thank you for listening. Thank you for understanding if you do, and my apologies if you don't. And I will see you guys soon.